Dadletics. You will also hear an interview with the folks from Enfamil. So enjoy.
That was our attempt at a new opening.
That was our
we'll
cold
see.
open.
That was our cold open. We're gonna try. We'll see if it works.
Oh yeah, that wasn't yet. Come.
We will see if it works.
More of a hot open.
Well, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
This is Dad So Hard. Welcome. I'm Vinnie Dunleavy.
Danny McCartney.
We're joined with
Producer Daniel Brunson.
or potentially the voice of what is our new cold open.
Cold open guy.
Cold open guy at that point.
Announcer.
So today we have a big episode. Welcome back. Whether you are watching us on YouTube, we're gonna say hi.
That's right. I'm like yawning right into the camera.
Hi to our YouTube audience. Thanks for peering in and
Is it
watching
recording?
us try to do
Yeah,
this.
it is.
Yeah, I hit it up. And if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app, thank you. Don't forget to follow us. Where can they follow us, Danny?
Instagram, we're starting with this? Okay. Instagram, Facebook, at That's So Hard Podcast, Twitter, at That's So Hard Pod, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, everywhere you find
Tell your
favorite
family and
podcasts.
And if you have questions,
Stitcher, that's another one.
email. So today is, we have a big episode going up. We're going to talk about dad's exercising. Which
Exercising dads.
Dadletics.
Yeah.
I like to call it Dadletics. And then we have some experts on, and we're going to drop some dad knowledge on all things a support hotline for dads, as well as what baby food, specifically formula, and how do you feed a young child for all those new dads out there.
Yeah.
So a couple things that are going on, Danny, which today is Wednesday in June. I don't actually
Wow,
know,
you nailed it.
but I don't know the date.
26th?
You got the month right.
I got the month right. But it is the last day of school for a lot of kids, and in my world, the last day of school is actually the last hour and a half of school.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They have 90 minutes. In the suburban school districts, they go to school at 8 o'clock and they're out at 9.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What do they do? Just clean out their lockers and stuff?
Yeah,
They don't have lockers. They're
They're
little
little
kids.
lockers.
They
They're
don't
little
have
kids.
lockers in?
No.
No, not like
They
7-year-olds.
have a cubbies.
I guess.
They have a cubby, but it's been coming home over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
They give gifts to their teachers.
You give gifts.
We give gifts. You don't give.
No, I mean like the parents.
Oh, the parents
Kids
give a gift. Yeah, we give a gift. And then
Like, how much are you supposed to spend?
we
$20.
spent. So
How much?
$20.
we did 40. We did a Starbucks $40 gift card.
That's nice.
Okay.
Oh, she's
To-
had
to
our
both.
for
To both.
Yeah.
How many teachers? One teacher in the class?
Actually, there is a secondary teacher. I don't think we got it right.
Yeah.
There's like a helper.
Yeah, like a teacher's aide.
Yeah. So, but the school district needs to classify a certain amount of days for the teachers to be able to have taught. So they go an hour and a half is the minimum amount of time for it to be considered a school day.
Ah, interesting.
And then the other thing that happens today is that in a weird world for the summer, if your kid goes to sleepaway camp, they either left this past weekend or they leave today. So there are kids who have skipped out of the last 3 days of school, or
Because they're already in camp.
or my Richie Rich friends who didn't go to sleepaway camp,
Yeah.
are all saying goodbye this afternoon.
Gotcha.
So
Quick
that
turnaround for this kid.
it's a quick one, and there's only
Your kids don't do sleepaway camp? I thought they did.
Mike, no, they go day camp.
Oh, gotcha.
I will admit to being a 1%er, but I am not a.
Guess how much a
0.05%.
sleepaway camp is?
Oh, like
10 grand.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
10,
a couple grand.
no, 10 is like if you are sending them on a cot in like a hostel somewhere. They're minimum like 12 to 13.
Really?
For 8 weeks.
That is sick.
And that's bare bones. There are ones that go up to 18 or 19. Day camp, a good day camp could be in the tri-state area anywhere from 8 to 9.5.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It is expensive. Being me.
Yes.
What was that?
That was that was totally. That was if anybody for any of our fans that watched The Real Housewives. That was okay. So if you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there's a chick on it named Erica Girardi who was Erica Jane.
Erica
She
Jane,
has
of course.
she has a song called "Expensive," and it's like she sings this hook that's like it's expensive to be me. That's how it goes. Anyway, so there are people out here who watch that show with their wives or on their own.
I hope so.
And if you know Erica Jane, that's her song's like it's because she's like married to a rich guy and spends a lot of money.
You should know her, Dan. You worked on her.
Yeah, you worked on Bravo.
As soon as I left, that shit went right out there.
Okay, so
Okay.
that was what was going on. Before we get into the first topic, though,
Yeah.
if you are a first-time listener, or you're not, and you're coming back in the next couple of weeks, and you don't want to listen to the rest of this, be prepared. Next week we have a big episode. We're talking about what, Danny? Do you remember?
Movies.
Summer movies.
Summer movies.
And who do we have on? Let's give them a shout out.
Flicks and Flicks.
And that is
They're.
spelled- it's like,
I always forget if it's the X first or the CK first.
I think it's the. We'll tweet them. I think it's the CK first.
I think
Like
it's,
Flicks and Flicks.
Yeah.
But it's not
Basically,
brother and sister. or husband and
Entertainment. It's boyfriend girlfriend. You know.
They're boyfriend girlfriend. Huge on Instagram when it comes to movie previews and TV reviews. What you should be watching. So we're going to deep dive into family movies. What's hot this summer, 4th of July weekend. After that, we're actually going to
I
have.
just saw Toy Story, so I'll wait.
Oh wait.
Okay, we'll wait.
Wait next week. And then the week after, we're going to have our first mom on, who is married to a dad.
We're just gonna throw stones at her.
She's actually been I know her well. She's been supporting her husband, who is a hard dad, or whatever we call ourselves. He's part of the DSH Nation.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get into that. But before we do, what I wanted to talk about today is two things that Danny is not aware of in my life. I have joined in terms of improving my exercise routine.
Cult?
I have actually joined 2 dad activities.
Okay.
No,
I think I knew you. A soccer team, right?
I joined the soccer team.
Yeah,
I didn't make it to the first game because it was raining out.
Oh my
what a
god,
pussy.
it's fun playing in the rain.
Yeah.
I was afraid of. I was protecting my ankles.
Oh,
so I
God.
and it was supposed to be thunderstorming. They did still play, and apparently I was like one of I think there's 20 guys, and I think it was like the 21st. I was the one that didn't show up. So, but I will be there. If you're in the Harbor Fields area of Port Washington, I'll be there Thursday night. So I'm psyched about that. It's like 6 more weeks, and my daughter I think is going to come and cheer me on.
Nice.
And then the other thing I have going on is the dads in our neighborhood. We have created I guess I'd call it like a man's workout team. You've seen these things. I think Men's Health was right about these like workout clubs. So one of the guys in my neighborhood went to Yale, and he's like he was a Division I swimmer. He's a big dude. He's probably late 30s. So he's younger, and he's still in like ridiculous shape. And he does like more power workouts.
Yeah.
And then there's like the rest of us who like maybe go to the gym, maybe run. So he's been wanting to like on the weekends get up early and get a group of guys going.
So what do you guys do? You go to the gym together? You go to
no, it's out.
You have like a workout?
It is outside, and we are using nature to. We are using what God has given us in Port Washington to create.
I would love
So-
to have a video crew follow each other. Vinny's like climbing trees.
You don't want to know. So we
How
go.
many of you guys is it?
So it fluctuates anywhere from.
Vinny's just picking up 2x4s and smashing them against fences.
We're picking up cars.
Yeah.
It's like 3 to 7 guys. We have a text of like 11 of us now.
Just causing havoc in the neighborhood.
It's,
so that's
awesome.
6 a.m. on Saturday.
Our neighborhood is off a hill, and the hill is we have now measured. It's a 1/4 mile hill from start to finish. So what we do is we start at the bottom
Sprints.
and sprint up the hill, which depending on how good of shape you are in, for others it's a sprint. For me, it's a get up the fucking hill.
Get up there.
Let's get up the hill.
Brisk walk.
Yeah.
It is. I'm like, let's just get up there. And then what we do is on the top of the hill, there's my daughter's elementary school, but since it's a hill, there's like an emergency staircase that's about 28 steps. We used to, in the beginning of this workout, to jog to the bottom of the hill and do 30 push-ups.
Okay.
After about 2 or 3 weeks, and we would do that 5 times. So that alone, in 30 minutes,
It's a good workout.
fucking kills you.
Yeah.
I was gone one weekend, and 2 of the brainiacs of the operation who like to want to push ourselves had the idea that 28-step staircase
Yeah.
looked like a good idea to add to the workout.
Yeah. Gotta
So-
do steps. Get them in.
Oh yeah, not just steps. We now are doing wheelbarrow steps. So what you have to do is have another
You're
dad
holding-
hold your feet, and then you have to do a push-up on every step, and then climb the step. So you're not only climbing in the
That's
wheelbarrow,
good.
you're doing a push-up every step.
Yeah.
You get up the whole thing?
So I get up the first one.
The first
So
step.
we're doing 4.
Or the first set.
So we do this 4 times. So to pace.
I get up that first step.
I
Once
get up
I
the
get to
first
number
step,
2.
That's pretty good.
I have been able to do the first time I've done all 28 with a push-up. The other 2, 3, and 4 varies between like I'll either do the push-ups halfway, or this past week they wouldn't let me quit. So the second half of them, I just climbed them instead. I skipped the push-up part and just tried to get the fuck up as fast as I can.
Yep.
But But what happened was, this past week, there was 3 of us doing it, and then this like 65-year-old guy is running up the hill, and he stops. He's like, "Yo, what are you guys doing?" And I think he saw us a couple weeks ago because he looked familiar.
He wants to join.
And one of my other buddies is like, "Hey, what?" And start the full-blown conversation. Next thing you know, this guy gets talked to, he's doing it with us, and he had already run 2.5 miles, and now he's still beating me like 4 laps in, and I was like, I can't with this guy.
Did you add him to the group?
So we got his cell phone number now. This text chain keeps joining. So if you live in the Port Washington area and you want to work out, now the thing is, I want to do it early in the morning.
Yeah.
We end up doing it at 8:30, 8:45. And this
In the
is
morning?
Yes.
But this is on the
morning.
weekend.
It's on Sunday mornings.
Got it.
Sometimes it's Saturday. The problem is, and this is where I want to give a shout out to our wives.
Yeah, your kids are up at that point.
I want to plead to them. Some wives are saying, you can't leave me alone and go any earlier because I need to, if you're going to be here this weekend, I need to wake up and have a cup of coffee. You need to deal with the kids before you leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a handful of wives that I will not say their names. Other wives would rather have you get up early, get up early and get the back fucking house. Like they want me back in the house as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So every time I do it, I'm on a timetable because my wife has something to do, and I'm like, guys, I gotta go back. Speed it up, no conversation. But both of these things, and this is the point, is because Danny, you also work at it.
Yep.
Stealing this time away is not easy
No.
at all.
It's not.
It is becoming.
It's a commitment.
It's
Dedication.
commitment. And the wife, I think our wives softly agree that yes, we should be doing it because they want to look at a better body.
Mm.
But they also, at the same time, I feel like are resentful. It's like I feel like I'm on.
It's always like, well,
It's a money.
instead of working out, you could have been doing this, or you could have been doing that.
Why are you leaving me alone?
Why
Yeah.
do you wait till like 8:30? Why can't you do like 7?
No, because some of these wives won't let their guys leave the house because they want them there in the morning. They would rather have. They're like, I want the morning off, so you need to handle waking up the kids and
Gotcha.
dealing with them.
Okay.
And then you can work out.
And then you can work out. Versus the other half is like, and then some of the guys are like,
That's
the
why-
old guy wasn't married, or he seemingly sounded divorced in talking to him, but he was older.
That's why you gotta go at like 5:30 a.m. You don't have to deal with anything. That's your own personal time. No one's awake yet.
But do you wake your wife up when you get up at 5:30? Does she get pissed?
No. I wake up because I have my phone. I'm sorry, my watch alarm, so it just vibrates, so it doesn't wake up anyone. Just wakes up me. Slip out of bed, go downstairs, go for a run.
You don't give
come
her a
back.
kiss goodbye and go, I'm gonna work out, honey.
No, because that would be then yes, waking her up.
What about going to the bathroom? Like, go to the bathroom, something like
I go to the bathroom downstairs.
Did the
You're
boys
so,
wake
you're
up?
so considerate.
I try to be. What's that?
Did the boys wake up or they
No.
asleep through everything?
Sometimes like one of them will wake up early. Like if I'm downstairs, like getting ready to run, and I'll hear like Cody wake up, and then I'm like, fuck. Like I'll feel bad and I won't go for a run
Oh,
because
wow.
I'll then go up and like bring him down and hang out with him.
Right.
Because I'll be like, all right, I'm not gonna make Mary Jane wake up and deal with him
Yeah.
while I'm off running.
Yeah.
So I'll go up and then I'll try to either get a run in later or I just won't go for a run.
Do they know you work out?
They know I go for runs.
Have
Yeah.
they asked yet?
Would like to go with
Yeah.
me. Yeah, and I just tell them no.
Shane
I
says
say
like,
when you're older,
Yeah.
when you're older, and then Brady will be like, "I'm big like Daddy. I go for a run." And then he'll start running around the house. Great.
Shane wants to take his scooter out, and I'm like, it's a giant hill. No.
Yeah.
Because he'll go down to the hill, and be like, Daddy, carry me back up. Shoulders, put me on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I'm like, dude, it's not happening. Emily actually, though, now that she's going to 3rd grade, like, she has asked about going for jogs together.
Mm.
And part of me wants to because I think it'd be cool to just run with her. The issue is, it's now like not only it's hard enough to carve out a time for me to work out, for me to carve out a second bullshit workout because that's more about hanging out with her. But like for her to work out, for me,
You're
I
not
was
actually
still
getting a workout.
correct, and that is where it's like harder and harder to figure out how do I do this.
Do you guys work out during the day at lunch?
If I can, I do. But it's like I can't ever plan that. It's always like, oh, I have free lunch. I can, you know what I mean?
I used to. I've been on the skids for the past 8 months, so I'm now trying to get back into it. I find the hardest thing is like I'll block the time.
Consistency.
Well, yeah, you block the time, and it's just so easy to just figure out other work to do. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, would I rather get my butt to the gym, which is actually super easy for me to do for lunch, or find an excuse not to, which is okay, I'll just do work here.
Yeah.
Like so, it's just it's pure. It's the motivation.
Yeah.
But right now, what's motivating me is
The other people.
the other guys. Like it is, and then
No,
showing up.
that always helps.
Like I'm in a better zone to now I feel like my new workouts need to be with other people because if I go by myself,
Yeah.
like,
And it's funny because I feel like more often than not there'll be like workout groups of moms than workout groups of dads.
yeah,
I feel like dads and guys are more like solitary beings, whereas like the moms will have like their workout groups.
well, historically, I've never actually done a group workout with a
Yeah.
bunch of guys. So even this weekend thing, I'm interested to see how long we keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because one of the guys,
I like that you're adding people.
well, and the
Yeah.
guy,
I'm expecting people to be falling off, but
no,
you're adding
the
people.
text chain keeps saying, and the guy who started it, who is the best in shape of all of us, is actually has a summer house in West Hampton, so he's not around for the next 8 weeks.
Who's going to be the
so
de facto
Well, so
leader?
there's not the other guy who's really into it wants to do it. But what's happening is
the new old guy?
Yeah.
He's taking over
the
the
new
role.
old guy. But part of it is, I feel like by the time this guy gets back in September, my goal is to be. I'm never going to get it as in shape as him, but if we can get a little bit closer,
Yeah.
so that we can. So it's a little bit of like, hey, when Mike gets back, like we can't have Mike winning.
I want to
every
prove
race.
myself to him. Yeah.
But I did bring in one of my buddies, this guy John, who was a friend of Shane's dad, who's a friend of the dad of my kid's friend, who we met, and you either like these people or you don't. So this is one I like. So I introduced him to the group. So he doesn't live in our neighborhood. He's now he's another neighborhood next
Close
to
enough,
us. He's in.
though.
But I didn't realize he works out. So he shows up the first day, and it was like all of a sudden like. But the first hill, he ran up the first hill and did not. If you don't, the first time you do it,
Yeah.
newbies they go out too long.
Okay.
So by the second and third time you run out the hill, you're like,
You're
"Smack."
gassed.
For the first time, you like blew by everybody, and I was like, "Oh, Mike got some competition." I ended up in last place, which I'm completely fine with.
You admitted it.
And now it's like now we have a couple more guys that are in the like there's more of a zone of
Yeah.
in shape guys.
Aggression.
I'm comfortably in the mesh of the bottom zone,
Okay.
and I think as we grow, we probably.
There's only up to go.
There's only one way to
No
go.
pun intended.
Well, no, I mean I could go down. I am scared. I'm waiting to to lose all my teeth. Because you know what it's like to do a push-up?
Yeah.
And then climb a set of stairs when somebody's holding your legs. And by the way, holding somebody's legs in the appropriate fashion while they are doing the wheel.
How many times do you do it?
28 steps.
How many times?
4. After running a quarter-mile
It's like
sprint
a
up a hill.
legit workout.
Yeah.
I will
So
videotape
you're
this
doing
hill.
over 100 push-ups.
But not just push-ups, like
Yeah.
climbing
Climb
push-ups.
push-ups.
Yeah.
A climb and a push-up. I'll video. See, if I had a wife who loved me, she would come and videotape this workout. Because now some of the moms in the neighborhood will drive by and see us. Like, I saw you working out.
Oh, really?
I was like, thank you. But we'll need to record this for the podcast.
That's hilarious.
But it is a bitch, and
That's good.
but I'm waiting every time you push it. When you get tired, when you're getting up to the top, it's concrete.
Yeah.
step.
Yeah.
So
If
there's
your arms give
if
out.
your like one time my arm gave out, I
You spit
did
in
an elbow.
chitlins.
That's what I'm nervous about because we don't have an insurance waiver, which I had to fill out for the soccer team because it's a legit thing.
Well,
I
that's
had to give them my insurance.
That's an organized.
I know. I was like, what?
Should we take our break?
We're gonna take a short break. We will be back. Do not leave. We're excited.
Yeah. Although I guess you wouldn't even notice
No, that's not break.
leaving because it'll just start.
What phone are we using? How do we use this?
Do we gotta stop that?
Yeah, Chenzo. Pause now.
Or we just get up and